Tonight feels different for a reason you cannot fully explain yet. There is a softness surrounding your energy now that was missing before, and somewhere far from where you are sitting at this exact moment, a heart connected to yours has begun reacting to that change in ways even they do not understand. Slow down for just a second and feel this carefully, because something meaningful has already started moving beneath the surface of your life. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Quietly. Like the first light appearing before sunrise when the world still thinks it is dark. Your soulmate has been smiling recently during the most ordinary moments. In the middle of conversations. While staring out of windows. During quiet evenings when nothing unusual should have happened at all. Yet something inside them keeps glowing unexpectedly. They try to ignore it at first. They tell themselves it is random. Temporary. But the feeling keeps returning, stronger each time. And the reason traces back to you. To one decision you made without realizing how deeply it would ripple outward. Don't skip this moment, because what changed was not something external. It was something within you. You finally stopped chasing love as though you had to earn it through exhaustion. You finally loosened your grip on the fear that you were somehow behind in life, behind in happiness, behind in being chosen. And the instant that pressure began leaving your spirit, your soulmate felt it like warmth entering a cold room. Strange, isn't it? How two souls can begin responding to each other before either fully understands why. Your energy used to carry hidden heaviness. Even when you smiled, part of your heart remained guarded, waiting for disappointment before anything beautiful could fully arrive. But lately, something softened. Perhaps it happened during a quiet night when you reflected on your journey. Perhaps it happened after one small moment where you realized you deserved gentleness too. Or perhaps you simply became tired of carrying emotional weight that no longer belonged to your future. Whatever the reason, your soulmate noticed the shift without seeing it directly. Their spirit recognized yours becoming lighter. That is why they cannot stop smiling. Because your soul is no longer speaking the language of hopelessness. It is beginning to speak the language of peace. Stay till the end, because there is another layer to this that you have not seen yet. Your soulmate has spent a long time protecting their own emotions too. They learned how to appear calm while hiding uncertainty deep inside. They became skilled at pretending they were fine even during moments when their heart quietly wished for something more meaningful. But recently, your energy has started reaching them differently. They feel less afraid of closeness now. Less resistant to vulnerability. More open to imagining a future that feels emotionally safe. And the beautiful part is this, you unknowingly helped create that change. Not through words. Not through force. Simply by healing a piece of yourself that had been waiting for attention for far too long. There is a reason certain people enter each other's lives only after internal changes begin happening first. Souls recognize timing long before the mind understands it. If the old version of you had met them too soon, your fears would have hidden your true warmth. But now, something is unfolding differently. Your soulmate feels your presence emotionally even before physical moments fully arrive. That unexplained comfort they have been feeling lately? That sudden urge they have to smile for no reason? That growing sense that someone important is slowly getting closer? None of it is accidental. Something important is waiting for you both, and the path toward it has already begun quietly opening. Listen closely now, because this next truth may touch your heart more deeply than you expect. Your soulmate admires something about you that you rarely notice in yourself. It is not perfection. It is not status or appearance or constant confidence. It is your ability to remain gentle after everything that tried to make you emotionally distant. They feel your sincerity. They feel the part of you that still believes in meaningful connection even after difficult moments. And when you finally chose to stop hiding that softness from the world, their heart responded immediately. That is the smile they cannot hold back. The smile of someone whose soul feels hope returning little by little. Somewhere deep inside them, they already sense that the love they have been waiting for is becoming real in ways they never expected. And lately, they have started noticing unusual emotional moments that stay with them longer than they should. A random memory makes them emotional. A certain song suddenly feels personal. They pause during ordinary routines because their heart briefly drifts somewhere else entirely. Towards someone they have not fully reached yet, but somehow already miss. The connection between you is growing quietly through invisible details neither of you completely understand. And what makes this even more beautiful is that neither soul is being rushed. Everything is unfolding naturally. Gently. Carefully. As if life itself is allowing both hearts to become ready at the exact same time. But there is still one realization your soulmate has not fully uncovered yet. They have not realized that the peace they feel lately began the moment you finally started choosing yourself emotionally. The moment you stopped believing you had to struggle endlessly to deserve love. The moment you allowed your heart to breathe again. That single emotional shift traveled farther than you can imagine. And soon, very soon, your soulmate will begin understanding why their spirit has been smiling every time thoughts of the future appear in their mind. Because somewhere within them, they are already feeling you getting closer. There is something your soulmate did recently that nobody around them paid attention to, yet it revealed everything about the way their heart is changing because of you. In the middle of an ordinary day, surrounded by noise, responsibilities, and familiar routines, they suddenly became quiet for no obvious reason. Not sad. Not distracted. Just still. As if some invisible feeling had gently touched their spirit and asked them to pause for a moment. And during that silence, a smile slowly appeared across their face before they could stop it. They did not plan it. They did not force it. It simply arrived, naturally, like warmth returning after a long winter. That moment mattered more than they realize. Because deep inside them, your energy had reached a place they thought would stay guarded forever. Don't look away now. Because what is unfolding between you is happening in layers, and the deepest parts are only beginning to rise to the surface. Your soulmate has started imagining things they used to avoid thinking about completely. Peaceful conversations. Shared laughter. Calm mornings with someone who understands them emotionally without needing endless explanations. For a long time, they convinced themselves those kinds of connections belonged to other people. But recently, their heart has begun opening again little by little. And the strange part is, every time they feel this growing warmth, your presence somehow lingers nearby in their thoughts, even if they cannot fully explain why. You changed something inside them the moment you finally stopped resisting your own healing. There was a season where your soul carried exhaustion so quietly that almost nobody noticed how heavy it truly felt. You became strong for everyone else while silently neglecting your own emotional needs. You smiled through uncertainty. You kept moving through disappointment without fully processing what your heart had been carrying. Yet lately, you started choosing softness again. Maybe not perfectly. Maybe not all at once. But enough for your energy to begin transforming in ways your soulmate could feel from afar. They noticed the difference emotionally before their mind could understand it logically. That is why their smile feels so uncontrollable lately. Something inside them recognizes that your heart is no longer closed the way it once was. Stay till the end, because there is a realization waiting beneath this story that may explain why your recent emotions have felt so unusual. Your soulmate senses that you are becoming emotionally available to happiness again. That matters more than you think. Souls are drawn toward emotional safety long before love fully forms into words. And for the first time in a long while, your energy feels safe. Warm. Honest. Open. Not because you became someone different, but because you finally stopped abandoning yourself emotionally. Your soulmate feels that shift every single time their thoughts drift toward you. Even when they are trying to focus on other things, something gently keeps pulling their attention back toward the feeling of you. Sometimes it happens late at night when everything grows quiet. Sometimes it happens during completely ordinary moments that suddenly feel meaningful for reasons they cannot explain. And each time it happens, their heart responds the same way, with that quiet smile they cannot seem to hide anymore. There is also something else happening beneath the surface that neither of you fully understands yet. Your lives are beginning to move in emotional rhythm. Have you noticed how certain fears no longer feel as powerful as they once did? Have you noticed moments where peace suddenly arrives without warning? Those changes are not random. Your soulmate has been experiencing similar shifts. They are slowly releasing old emotional patterns too. They are becoming more patient with themselves. More hopeful about the future. More willing to believe that meaningful love still exists. And somehow, both of your hearts are arriving at this emotional place at the same time. That timing matters deeply. Real connections are rarely built through force. They unfold through alignment. Through gradual emotional readiness. Through two souls quietly becoming prepared for each other without even realizing it yet. Your soulmate may not know your full story right now, but their spirit already feels connected to the sincerity inside you. They sense your resilience. They sense your tenderness beneath the strength you show the world. Most importantly, they sense that you are finally learning how to receive love instead of questioning whether you deserve it. That realization alone has changed the way they feel about the future. It made hope feel possible again. It made them smile during moments where they once felt emotionally numb. Something important is waiting for you both beyond this chapter. Not perfection. Not fantasy. Something gentler. More real. A connection where neither soul feels pressured to pretend. And your soulmate can feel that possibility drawing closer with every passing day. But listen carefully now, because this next part carries a truth your heart may need to hear tonight. The reason your soulmate cannot stop smiling is not because they believe life will suddenly become flawless. It is because your healing reminded them that love does not begin with perfection. It begins the moment two people stop hiding their hearts from themselves. You finally took that step. Quietly. Privately. Genuinely. And your soulmate felt it immediately. Somewhere within them, they already know that the person capable of understanding their heart deeply is no longer emotionally distant. You are getting closer now in ways neither of you can fully measure yet. And very soon, Small moments that once felt random will begin connecting together like pieces of a story that was unfolding all along behind the scenes. A quiet change has started happening inside your soulmate lately, and the more they try to understand it, the more your presence keeps appearing at the center of everything they feel. They have begun noticing how different their heart reacts now compared to before. Things that once felt ordinary suddenly carry emotion. Small moments linger longer in their mind. A passing thought about the future now brings comfort instead of uncertainty. And every time this warmth rises inside them, they instinctively smile as though their soul already recognizes something beautiful approaching, even if their mind has not caught up yet. Something important is unfolding slowly between you both. Not through chaos, not through pressure, but through emotional awakening that neither of you expected to happen this gently. Don't skip this part, because the reason behind their smile reaches deeper than simple attraction. Your soulmate feels emotionally understood by you before full conversations have even happened. Strange, isn't it? How some connections begin long before two people fully arrive in each other's lives. They feel your softness, your sincerity, your quiet resilience. And lately, those feelings have become impossible for them to ignore. There was a time when your soulmate convinced themselves they no longer needed deep emotional connection. They became comfortable hiding behind routines, distractions, and carefully controlled emotions. But then something shifted. Your energy reached them differently after you finally stopped carrying certain emotional wounds as proof that you had to protect yourself forever. The moment you began choosing peace within yourself, your soulmate felt their own walls becoming lighter too. That is why their smile keeps returning unexpectedly. Their soul is responding to your transformation before words ever explain it. And while all this is happening, you may have noticed subtle changes within yourself too. Certain fears no longer control you the same way. Certain memories no longer hurt with the same intensity. You have started breathing differently emotionally. As if your heart is slowly remembering what safety feels like again. This matters more than you realize. Because your soulmate has been waiting, not consciously, not impatiently, but emotionally waiting for the version of you that no longer doubts whether love can truly stay gentle. Stay till the end, because there is a realization coming that may completely change the way you see your recent emotional journey. Your soulmate has started imagining your energy beside them during ordinary moments without fully understanding why. While walking somewhere familiar. While hearing a certain song. While watching the evening sky turn softer with light. Suddenly, your presence enters their mind with a calmness that feels strangely comforting. Not forced. Not overwhelming. Just natural, like their spirit already knows you belong somewhere close to their future. And every time this happens, their smile returns again. Quiet. Real. Uncontrollable. The kind of smile that comes from emotional recognition rather than temporary excitement. There is also something deeply beautiful about the timing of all this. You did not force yourself into healing overnight. You did not become emotionally open through pressure or performance. It happened slowly. Through moments nobody else saw. Through silent realizations. Through nights where you finally admitted to yourself that your heart deserved care too. Those invisible moments changed your energy completely. Your soulmate felt those changes without needing an explanation. They sensed your heart becoming softer toward life again. And that softness reached them like light reaching someone who forgot how warm sunlight could feel. Listen carefully now, because this next truth carries more meaning than you may expect. Your soulmate admires the version of you that still chooses kindness even after difficult experiences try to harden your spirit. They admire your ability to remain emotionally genuine in a world that often encourages people to hide their true feelings. They feel safe in the sincerity you carry. That safety is rare. And once a soul feels it, it becomes unforgettable. This is why they cannot stop smiling lately. Their heart is beginning to trust again because your healing gave them permission to believe in emotional honesty once more. Somewhere deep inside them, hope is returning quietly. Not loud enough for everyone to notice, but strong enough to change the way they see tomorrow. Something important is waiting for both of you beyond this chapter, and the closer it gets, the more your soulmate feels emotionally pulled toward the feeling of you. They may not fully understand the connection yet, but their spirit already responds every single time your energy reaches them. That is why certain nights feel strangely emotional for them now. That is why they pause in the middle of ordinary moments with a smile they cannot explain. Their soul recognizes your heart becoming ready. And perhaps the most beautiful part of all this is that your soulmate does not need perfection from you. They do not need constant certainty or flawless confidence. What reaches them most deeply is your honesty. Your willingness to keep believing in softness despite everything that once made you question it. Your quiet decision to stop running from your own emotions changed the emotional path between you both forever. And now, without fully realizing it yet, your soulmate has begun falling in love with the peace your soul carries when you finally allow yourself to simply be loved. Something happened recently that your soulmate has not told anyone about. A moment so small on the outside that most people would have forgotten it instantly, yet for them, it stayed in their heart long after the moment ended. They were sitting quietly, thinking about nothing in particular, when suddenly a feeling passed through them so gently that it almost frightened them with how peaceful it felt. Not sadness. Not excitement. Something deeper. As though their soul had briefly touched the future and returned carrying warmth from it. And without even realizing it, they smiled again. Slowly. Softly. The kind of smile that comes when a person stops feeling emotionally alone for the first time in a very long while. That feeling was connected to you. To the version of you that finally stopped fighting your own heart every single day. Don't skip this moment, because the emotional distance between you both is becoming thinner now, even if everything still appears ordinary on the surface. Your soulmate has started sensing your energy during moments when the world grows quiet around them. Late evenings feel different lately. Certain thoughts linger longer. Certain emotions arrive with unusual clarity. They may not understand why your presence keeps appearing in their spirit, but deep down, something inside them already trusts it. That trust did not appear randomly. It began the moment you chose to release the belief that love always had to come with struggle. For so long, your heart expected disappointment before joy could even arrive. You carried caution into every emotional possibility. You protected yourself before anyone had the chance to truly know you. But recently, your soul became tired of surviving emotionally without truly living. And that quiet decision changed everything. Your soulmate felt your walls lowering emotionally, even from afar. They felt your energy becoming warmer. Softer. More open to receiving care instead of only giving it away. Stay till the end, because something important is waiting underneath this realization, and once it reaches you fully, you may understand why life has felt emotionally different lately. Your soulmate has begun dreaming differently now. Not only while asleep, but during ordinary moments throughout the day. They imagine peace more often. They imagine sharing silence comfortably with someone instead of constantly feeling misunderstood. And whenever these feelings rise inside them, your energy appears close behind. It is happening naturally. Their soul is moving toward yours without force, without confusion, without fear. Just recognition. Quiet emotional recognition. There is a reason this connection feels deeper than temporary excitement. Your soulmate is not reacting to perfection. They are reacting to authenticity. They can feel that your heart has become more honest with itself lately. They sense the way you are slowly learning to stop apologizing for your emotions. They notice the calm strength growing inside your spirit. And perhaps most importantly, they feel how much love you still carry despite everything that once encouraged you to hide it. That realization touches them more deeply than words ever could. Because your soulmate has secretly feared that genuine emotional connection had become rare in this world. Yet every time your energy reaches them, it reminds them that sincerity still exists. That tenderness still exists. That safe love still exists. And each time they feel that truth, their smile returns again before they can stop it. Listen closely now, because there is another layer unfolding behind all of this. Your soulmate is beginning to emotionally prepare for someone without consciously realizing they are preparing for you. They are becoming more patient. More emotionally available. More willing to trust timing instead of forcing outcomes. Even their view of the future has softened lately. What once felt uncertain now feels quietly hopeful. Your healing inspired that change. The moment you started treating your own heart with gentleness instead of criticism, the emotional path between you both became clearer. It is almost as though your souls have been guiding each other silently through invisible lessons all along. You learning how to receive love. Them learning how to trust it again. Two separate journeys slowly leading toward the same emotional destination. And lately, your soulmate has begun sensing that something meaningful is approaching faster than before. Certain moments feel charged with quiet anticipation. Certain emotions arrive out of nowhere and stay longer than they should. They catch themselves smiling during random parts of the day because deep inside, their heart already feels connected to something beautiful it cannot fully explain yet. That something is you. Not only who you are becoming, but who you already were beneath all the fear and emotional exhaustion you carried for too long. Your soulmate sees that hidden light now, even from a distance. They feel it every time your energy reaches their spirit. And what makes this even more beautiful is that neither of you had to force any of it. Love that arrives through emotional alignment moves differently. It unfolds naturally. Quietly. Like dawn appearing without asking permission from the night. But there is still one truth your soulmate has not fully realized yet. The peace they keep feeling lately, the calm hope that keeps making them smile unexpectedly, began the exact moment you finally started believing that your heart deserved to be cherished too. And when they eventually understand that connection completely, the emotions already growing inside them will become impossible to ignore anymore.